What up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Critical Thinking Podcast with Ty Barnett.
And Ian Harris.
Yes.
Yes.
AKA Marv Albert,
Yes.
AKA Hairpiece Wearing. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Yes.
We got people. What up, Derek? What up, Corey? Hey,
I'm gonna try to get this
yo.
on my page.
Hey, what up, bro? How you feeling, man? Hey, yeah, man. Hey, and we want to give a special shout out off the jump to Corey Showtime Robinson and Kev for having us on their podcast.
Yeah, that
what
was
was
cool.
it?
That was
Sunday,
cool.
Sunday morning. Corey and Kev podcast. It was dope. So thank you guys for having us on the show, and we got to have you on here. We got to schedule that. So thank you guys. Shout out to them. Tune into their podcast. They probably go at it a little bit lighter than we do, but it's fun as fuck. We had a great time with them.
Good.
They probably won't be going. They won't be getting shot anytime soon, but we may not make it. So, but no. What up? What up, everybody? What up, Stace? How are you? I hope you're feeling well. All right, let's get into it. I don't really know where we are now. I will tell you this. I think we kind of have come down to the fact that most things I hear from Bernie supporters are we're going to wait until Bernie gets the nomination and then we'll talk about Republican.
Well,
we'll talk about Republican corruption.
So, first off, for those of you who didn't see, I don't know, we talked about this since last time. Elizabeth Warren. What's that?
Is it looking forward to seeing
Oh,
you?
yes, Derek. Awesome. It's going to be fun. Hopefully that crazy guy doesn't show up.
I know, Corey. I'm trying to let y'all off the hook, bro. I'm just saying, they can't get us all, man. They can't get us all. All right, go ahead.
But I think that that there is a. Well, first off, did you, if you guys saw the debates, shots fired with Elizabeth Warren. She fucked up Michael Bloomberg.
Oh man.
Now we didn't see the bump for her in Nevada, but they're saying nationally now she is only 8 points behind Bernie nationally. She's number two, which is kind of funny. The two progressives, if they merged together, or if all the other people dropped out, you would have two progressives in the lead. So people say that the progressives can't win is bullshit. But yeah,
think about that for 2 seconds. The idea of people who want to make progress can't win.
Well, it's obviously a moniker that doesn't necessarily.
That's crazy. I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's like people go, fucking liberal means free.
Yes.
Like when you apply something liberally, you're applying it freely. To liberate something is to free it. People are like, stupid liberals. So you don't like.
You don't like freedom?
You don't like freedom.
Okay.
But that's not what it means. But whatever. But yeah. So here's I will say.
What up, Nikos? What up, Audrey?
And now congratulations to Bernie Sanders. 50%. He smashed it. He knocked it out of the park. And we've said before, for Bernie Sanders,
you got my vote.
He's my number 2. I like Bernie a lot. Here's the thing.
He's not shit, Ian. There's no need to call him that.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Yes, exactly. But here's what is bugging me now, though. It's bugging me on the other hand. I have a whole chunk of people that don't like Bernie that are now saying they won't vote for Bernie no matter what.
Jesus Christ. And they're Democrats?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I'm like, you guys are doing the Bernie bro shit. But on the other hand, I still have my Bernie bro friends going, can't you see that everybody else is unelectable? And because I'm still, my one friend's like, you still want Elizabeth Warren? He's like, she has no path to victory. I'm like, how does she have no path to victory when she's number 3 in delegates, number 2 in national polls, and you guys are worried about Mike Bloomberg, who hasn't won a single delegate?
No.
And it's like, but she has no path. She's number 2.
But I told you, man, it comes back to the thing of. America is not used to that. Do you understand how big of a deal it was to elect a black man president?
Right.
And he was half black. Do you understand? That was huge.
Can we get a half a woman?
No, right. Well, hey, trans. I see what you're doing, and that's how we came to this point. Here's the thing. It is still
you're gonna get shit for calling transfers half a woman. But
I didn't know. I didn't call him half a woman.
I'm kidding.
Hey, look, you're about to get us taken off.
Like, time out. Go home, Trumpster. I'm Trumpster.
Just give me the red hat, bro.
Right, exactly.
Here's the thing. It is still a radical idea for these types of things. That's why Hillary Clinton got as much vitriol as she did. Because no one said she wasn't smart. No one said
No.
she wasn't qualified. They just had to make up all of this other shit. And think about that. To put somebody in place that had no experience and is dumb as fuck, but he just happens to be a rich white dude.
Right.
That tells you where we are. Because again, the Obama, I'm not gonna lie, Obama winning, it was ridiculously crazy.
Right.
But it was so well received in the majority.
But it wasn't really that crazy when you think about it, because the majority of people in America are progressive. Like I keep saying, when people say, what's electable? Electable is everybody on the left, because all we have to do is turn out.
Right.
The reason Obama he broke so many records in turnout, which is that's why he won landslide victories. You're like, so not only did the black guy win, he won landslide victories. Why? Because the 13% of the population that is black came out in droves, and that's a lot. 13% is a lot. And young people came out because young people are far less racist than old people. And young people wanted to see something different.
I've seen that. I've been saying that a ton of times, man. This younger generation is what's going to fix the situation, because the old people are still holding on to it. You actually brought this point up when we first started doing the podcast, that old racists were holding on to hope, and this guy in office was their last stand. Like, this is their last dude. So you're right. Like, this younger generation is going to be, and what I mean by it was crazy by Obama win is that, like, it literally was unprecedented. I mean, you had your Shirley Chisholm who ran and your Jesse Jackson, but nobody was really it wasn't gonna happen back then. So for this to happen, it was such a crazy thing. That's why I keep telling people I have zero problems with Bernie Sanders. Zero, none. I'm cool with it. One, because he's not Trump. Two, he's not Trump. Three, he has good ideas. Four, reference the first two. So I just, when you tell me that you are now seeing Democrats that are saying they won't vote for him, I'm like, what the fuck happened to blue no matter who?
Well, that's what I said. I keep posting this. Guys, the fourth time I've had to post it in 2 days. When you say blue no matter who, there are more words than just blue. No matter who.
Yes.
Like, you can't say blue no matter who. Well, except for that guy.
Except that guy,
like,
dude.
But the thing is, that's what pisses me off. It's like they were all chanting blue no
Hey,
matter
Alicia.
who when they didn't think Bernie Sanders was going to get the...
Exactly.
Because they were trying to say what we've been saying. Fuck you, Bernie bros. You have to fucking vote, regardless of whether you're...
Yes.
Bernie, that's what everyone was telling the Bernie bros. Bernie bros, you got to fucking vote. Blue no matter who. And they were like, fuck you, and there were all those people there, they were counting back. And now the Bernie bros are like, yeah! And some moderates are like, I ain't voting for Bernie Sanders.
Let me tell you
We went
something.
through this shit already, dude. We went through this shit already.
You guys got on Bernie supporters for saying the same thing you're trying to say now. I can't stress this enough. One side of the aisle is for every shitty thing that is happening. Every shitty thing. Kids in cages, brown people getting unjustly killed, giving only the rich people benefits, only giving tax breaks to the rich, only making sure that the rich people have shit, making sure that they take your not only take your Medicare, but take away your pre-existing conditions. Only one, and I'm sorry, in the little small detail of being supported by every hate group in the country. That's one side. We're supposed to be, everyone else is on the other side.
Right.
So even if you don't like Bernie, which I still don't understand, what is it you don't like about? I'm talking to the Democrats now. What is it you don't like about this guy? And
the funny thing is some people, there's some people who don't like him because his supporters. There's a lot of reasons. The one that kills me though is the people who are like, well, I don't like socialism, which is stupid. But here's the thing. So say you don't like socialism. Your I don't like socialism is exactly the same nonsense as the Bernie supporters who are like, we need dramatic change, and Bernie's the only one that'll bring it. Guess what, folks? On people who hate socialists and people and people who are socialists who want socialism, guess what? Socialism isn't going to happen because Bernie Sanders is president. All it's going to do is push the narrative to the left.
That's it.
And honestly, it's good that he goes so far left so that it comes back to the middle, because if we just push a little bit to the middle, it's not going to go anywhere. No. So let's push left as far as we can push left, and let's settle somewhere that we all agree upon.
I just want to be clear about this, you guys. If you are not stopping the current corruption going on in office, and I'm going to say this, and help me out. Maybe I'm not understanding this as I say it.
Right.
If you're not stopping the machine rigging that's already going on, The cyber interference that is being blocked by McConnell and every Republican blocking every security bill that is being put on the floor. If you're not blocking any of the fucking deep fakes that they're making, any of the internet stuff they're doing to Twitter, Facebook, if you're not stopping or commenting on any of that, tell me how you're going to just say, okay, here's our nominee, now give him the presidency.
Right.
How is that going to happen? Like, what? You think these guys are just kind of, what's the Despicable Me? You think like this guy's going to kind of turn around and be like, you know what? I don't want to be a villain. I want to be a good guy now.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. This dude is...
Someone's going to send Trump a dog, and all of a sudden he's going to grow a heart.
You see what I'm saying? Like, these dudes are cheating for the long haul, bro.
He's not even as good as the Grinch.
The Grinch looks at him like, you guys need to do something about him.
He's like,
but these guys...
What's with that skin color?
It's hilarious. These guys are cheating for the long haul. They're not cheating like, you know what, let's just get another 6 months out of this, and then as soon as they get that Bernie dude in, we'll just stop.
I will say I had a friend, he's not a Bernie bro necessarily, but I have a friend who's a comic, and he private messaged me, I won't say his name, but he private messaged me yesterday, and he said, hey man, I'm not sure I'm down with, he goes, I don't want to argue on your Facebook, and I don't want to get into this. He goes, so I just want to private message you. He goes, I don't.
He's a what again? A Bernie supporter?
I think so. I don't know. He never said. He just said I'm not down for the blue no matter who, and here's my reason. And his reason was basically the Democratic establishment needs to hold on. You'll like this. He said the Democratic establishment we need to stand up to them. We need to change it. It's bullshit that Bernie, he said his argument was some of the DNC people said if Bernie wins the majority, that doesn't necessarily means that he wins the nominee if he doesn't have the delegates. Well, that's how it works. You have to get 1,200 or whatever, 2,500 delegates or whatever it is to win, and they're saying it's possible because there's so many people in the field that he could have 50% of the vote and be beating it, but only have 2,000 delegates. In which case, then it goes to the DNC and the convention, and they decide who wins, the super delegates or whatever. And he said everyone's bitching about Hillary winning the presidency by 3 million votes, and the Electoral College robbing it from her. He goes, but then when it comes to the DNC doing the same thing to Bernie, they don't see that's fucked up. And I'm like, well, first off, because we're angry that she won 3 million more votes and didn't win, doesn't mean that everyone is willing to change the Electoral College. Some are, some aren't.
Right.
Second of all, we didn't force her into the nominee. She's not the president. Right. So I'm like, this is the way it's set up. And I said, sure, you have an argument that it's a bullshit system. You have an argument, a very valid argument.
Yeah, a lot of people want to get rid of
that it should be changed.
College.
I said, but you're real, and not even the Electoral College, even the way the DNC does there or the primaries are run. All that is valid. I said, but here's what everyone seems to be missing. That is a tiny minutia. You're going to send a message to the DNC by not voting if your guy doesn't get in, and give it to Trump. And in 2024,
what up, Ron?
I said, in order to fix the primaries that we will never have another one of.
Yes.
Because in 2024, we won't have an election. And he was like, oh, I hadn't thought about it like that. I said, you realize that this is an existential threat. If we don't get Trump out, we've got not only healthcare issues, we have freedom and election issues that we may never see another fair election again. We may see voter suppression, like we may see Russia. But
but here's what
is what we're gonna have.
Again, what I don't understand is I get Trump supporters not understanding that. One, because it seems like their team is winning, so they don't care about anything other than that. Right. As long as they feel like they're winning, you literally could be punching them in the face and like, right. But I'm getting benefits each time you punch me in the face. Yes, yeah. You are. Here, take another one. Take another one. Again, when I see people that aren't them,
right,
not understanding the severity of what's happening, how do you not? Dude, it's like
guess what color?
Oh, of course I know. I told you. I told you. This is the house money, motherfuckers. Right. I told you, bro. It's like if Popeye and Bluto were both running a race. Popeye took his spinach and he's running a steady race, and it's cool. His spinach is really helping him, bro. All right, it's cool. But Bluto has cut the bridge. Bluto has missiles shooting down at him and all of this shit. And only thing people are talking about is, man, did you see how Popeye ate that spinach? Look, yeah, but you know, Bluto is doing the missiles and the things. Yeah. We'll get to Bluto eventually.
Right.
But we just got to make sure he stops eating that spinach. Right. But how are you going to stop the guy with the fucking missiles shooting at the bridges and shit? Yeah, we'll get to that. That's where you guys are now. Every time I hear anyone now say, yeah, we know about the Republicans. We'll get to that eventually. When?
Right.
This is the election year now. At what point do you?
Right.
What's going to happen? What's miraculously going to happen?
But here's the thing I wanted to. He was somewhat convinced. Here's a couple things I want to point out really quick to everybody who's listening. All four of you. No. We have at least double that. But
yeah, we good.
No, but listen. Here's what I want to point out to everybody. Listen. If a couple things you might people don't always think outside of their own selves.
You don't see spy movies?
But listen, here's a couple things to think about. Number one, there are people, maybe not you, that are an actual dire threat, possibly life and death situations. There are women who need proper care and possibly need abortions.
There are black and brown people.
There are brown kids in cages. There are black people. There are gay people whose rights might be taken away. There are There might
and even you Jewish people. Don't forget about those synagogues that were shot up.
There are actual that we are all going to be fucking destroyed as a planet. I mean, the planet's going to be here. Just life on this planet might not be here if we don't do something about climate change. This is an existential, immediate threat. Remember that the made up one that they talked about why we decided to attack Iran? This is a real one.
Yes.
And it's in the White House. This is not when Trump gets out in 20 years, everything will be cool. We don't have that fucking time, people. This is it.
Plus, real quick, I'm sorry, real quick, you're talking about somebody that they put in office who the lobbyists have in their pocket, and he's not doing things to slow down the climate change. So he's actually helping speed it up by you.
And you all know that I hate overuse of hyperbole. I hate conspiracy theories. But listen to me when I say, look at what they've done so far.
Yes, and it's not even been 4 years yet.
They've ignored the rule of law. He's got the Department of Justice in his back pocket, okay, doing the Congress people, which is the thing I wanted to say, what I said to him, is he was like, I said, look, I go, you didn't think it was going to be this far, but he's like, I said, this protest vote, every time people talk about protest votes or, we're just going to march, you realize that we had 2-3 million people march several times.
Yes.
They don't fucking care.
Not at all.
If you march.
Not at all.
Because if you're marching, you're not voting. March at the voting polls.
Go there and let your voice be heard. Right. I can't say this
Marching
enough.
doesn't do anything. 75% of the country wanted
witnesses and evidence, and they still said no.
They don't even fucking care. You know what? The only thing they care about is you voting them out.
That's it.
That's it.
Now, and again, understand something. We're talking about, again, not even a full 4 years yet.
Right.
And he has already done this and corrupted even people that, I'm pretty sure they were corrupt before him, but now they have a past to be corrupt because they know people won't do shit. They know their base won't say shit. Like their base literally.
And they know that we're over here fighting because the Russians are fighting so that we won't turn out, which is what they want you to not vote, you fucking idiots.
So you can't keep thinking. You can't keep thinking that it will not affect you. This is why I keep trying to get people to understand. You can't. I know. Yeah, I know. When I said, "Oh, here's the black man," just another black man talking about how shitty it is in America. This is nothing compared to how it can be. Right. You guys are not understanding that. We're talking about someone who has said he took a piece of paper that people wrote on and had rules set up and said, "Fuck that." Now, if one person did that, and then the rest of the people that had the checks and balances say, "Hey, man, we're not going to let you do that."
Right.
That'd be different. That's not what happened.
Yes.
Half of the group said, "Okay, sure, we'll shit on it too." So if you think in 3 years, now let me tell you something.
And really quick, and today or yesterday, he said that Sotomayor and Ruth Bader Ginsburg need to recuse themselves.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I saw that.
From all Trump-related cases.
Yes.
Which he knows it's not going to happen, but he's trying to intimidate them. And what he's doing is he's gaslighting again. He's saying, so if any ruling comes back against anything that's Trump-related, which that is the president is not allowed to try to influence the Supreme Court. But what he's saying, so if they do rule, he can go, "I told you they were biased against me and they were out to get me." Meanwhile, Clarence Thomas's wife is lobbying, and he has hired Clarence Thomas's wife to get rid of all the people. He's a Supreme. So how can you have the wife of a Supreme Court justice working for you? She's lobbying. She's
to get rid of the people that are not loyal to you.
And she's a lobby. But he doesn't have to recuse himself. But somebody who once 3 years ago made a kind of negative comment about has to recuse himself.
And we're talking about in the same couple months as this dude was acquitted in a trial where the Senate literally said we're working with him.
Right.
I just want to be clear on that. He got acquitted in a trial where the Senate, who's supposed to be unbiased,
they actually took an oath.
They literally took an oath and said we're working with him. Now again,
and the Department of Justice is working with him to get his buddy's sentences down.
Exactly. So now I totally understand why his drones would have no problem with that, because they're like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, man, as long as you're cheating for us, we don't give a fuck. Keep cheating, man. I get that. It makes actual total sense. They'll watch Fox. Fox will make them not feel bad about the fucking corruption and the treason and all the bullshit and the bribery and all the shit. It's the others that don't see how bad this is and the severity of this. They're not even hiding the shit now. So for you, any of you, I don't want to call you motherfuckers because we need to be on the same thing. For any of you, Democrat, liberal, moderate, progressive, any of you that still thinks
Democratic Socialist
that we can afford another 4 fucking years when they have corrupted the shit this much in less than 4.
Right.
Either you don't know how shit works or you don't care. Now the only people
they're all the same though.
Exactly.
They're all the same.
And I can tell you right now, and I hate saying
for a
this,
fact that if Hillary was in right now, she would be stacking the Supreme.
Man.
She would have put in Brett Kavanaugh,
This
of
is
course.
fucking bananas.
She would be asking William Barr to get the sentences lowered for Roger Stone. Of course, Hillary Clinton would be doing that. She's just as corrupt.
I'm gonna say this again. The only people that are saying this, the only people that are saying, I just may not vote. The only people saying that don't look like me. I can tell you, I can promise you that. They don't look like me, and the reason why they don't care is because they know at the end of the day, as long as someone white is in charge, shit will not be that bad for them. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna take it back to Germany. Yeah, they actually had Jews helping people put people in ovens. Do you understand? It is not unfathomable for you to see that this shit can turn even worse, even quicker.
Right.
So stop that, man.
And the thing is that if you think, well, I totally get your point, and that was the same point I was making earlier about if the other thing you have to think about is that there are people that aren't you that actually might have their lives lost over this. But all that aside, even you, white people, you are affected, actually more so that we're more affected by climate change than him, just in the fact that we can get skin cancer a lot easier.
He's got my only superpower.
Melanin man.
Hilarious.
Like you're like,
but you're right. That's what I'm saying. So the big picture,
knocking off the sun like Wonder Woman.
The big picture is that the climate. Eventually, it will fuck with everybody. I don't know how many disaster movies you have to see to understand how bad this can be. So if anyone is sitting there and thinking, you have the luxury to not vote, you don't have to say anything, and it'll just purge itself, and you won't even be affected. Tell that to the white women in some of those southern states who used to be able to get an abortion. Tell it to them. Tell it to the people who now are realizing that they're going to put prayer in school. Oh, except. You can't put Muslim prayer in there. Right. Sounds familiar. So you guys have to understand something, man. There's no such thing as a perfect candidate. Even if you go back as far as, let's go all the way back to Kennedy, because guarantee you there'll be somebody that says, man, I kind of like Kennedy's views on this, and I think we should kind of pull out of the war and everything. But man, do you know that he sneaks Marilyn Monroe in and just fucks Marilyn? Yeah. Yeah, he fucks around, but I don't want to die, so I'm gonna vote for that dude. He won't send me off to die. But you guys got to understand this, man. Stop looking for the perfect person. Stop. They don't exist. Pick the person that is going to help reverse the shit that's happening now.
And even if it's a tiny, like,
a little bit.
Look, if if you got a hose, a fire hose blasting through your house, and your house is filling up, and you're over there going, or better yet, let's say your house is on fire, your children are burning, you people are over there going, you know what? If you don't bring me a better mansion right now, fuck those kids. First, let's put out the fire.
So you got something against being warm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rescue the kids. Then we can talk about building a new house. You guys want a fucking nicer huge house, not a yacht on the side.
Exactly.
But right now,
Bay windows.
I'm gonna let those children burn.
this is why I'm
Literally
again,
that you might as well be saying that because we won't have a fire department.
Exactly. But this is also I get it when
any fucking thing.
I get it when Trump supporters buy into it because it's easy for them. But it's easy for them to buy into that shit. We're supposed to be smarter than this. We're supposed to care more than this. You can't keep having this attitude of like, oh yeah, eventually I'll get around to talking about that. Hey man, if they put all of this stuff in place already, you think they're not doing it? They're not going to wait till the last minute and say, okay, now let's rig this against Bernie now.
Right.
No.
And I'll here's the other thing. I keep telling them, like, you know what? I'm glad that you don't value your vote and that you think your vote doesn't count because it might be your last one.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Hey, if anybody out there watching has any opinions on this, and Ian and we have gone back and forth about this a number of times, and Ian's viewpoint is different, even though sometimes I feel like he kind of understands where I'm coming from now. I say that if you don't understand how the government works, or if you're not fully educated, I don't think you should be allowed to vote. No. See, he still doesn't agree with it. Hey, man, all I'm saying is this. I agree with your test,
I agree with your sentiment.
Yes.
I don't agree with the policy because
I know.
Because you know that it's going to come right back at you.
I get it.
Who's in power right now?
No. I'm just saying.
Actually, which is actually what they're doing right now.
I get it.
They are doing that.
I get it.
They're like, come on. If you're not smart enough to get in your car and drive 30 miles in the car you don't have to go register and get a driver's license, you shouldn't have. That's what they're saying.
But that is true, and yes. So I understand the drawbacks to it. All I'm saying is giving this power to people who either, like you said, don't value their vote,
right,
or aren't smart enough to understand what really is at stake is dangerous to me. It's one of the crazy, like I said, it's like giving a loaded gun to a baby and blindfolding it and putting it on a fucking tricycle. I mean, not a tricycle, but a unicycle, bro. This shit is not, because people will go, man, you ever watch, and sometimes Comedy Central will do this thing, they do the man on the street and they go talk to the people. They go to Trump rallies, bro.
That's hilarious.
And that shit is, if it wasn't...
My favorite is the Obama.
Oh, bro, they thought he was responsible for September 11th? Jesus. And the thing...
What was he doing? I don't know, in college? I don't know what he was doing.
We should probably look into that. What do you mean look into it? He wasn't even... Oh, okay, it's fine. But
you mean 8 years before he was elected?
Even more, one of the more scary ones was the lady they asked, and he said, well, yeah, well, you know, what do you think about this whole impeachment thing? And the lady's like, I don't buy it. I think it's bullshit, and I think they're just trying to take him down, and, you know, it's a hoax, and read the transcript. All talking points.
Yeah, did you read the transcript?
No, they didn't read. And so they asked the lady, so he says, she says, it's not like she said. It's not like he's trying to hide anything or, you know, blocking anything. It's like, yeah. Because if he was doing that, then that would be like, she's like, yeah, if he was trying to hide stuff and stop people from testifying, that'd be fine. She's like, yeah, I agree. But just so you know, he is trying to hide stuff and block people. Her next response was,
I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care. That's who we're going up against. But you motherfuckers on the other side want to sit here and tell me, oh, well, you know.
Oh, you know, Buttigieg's healthcare plan is slightly different than Bernie's. He's just the same as Trump.
And can we put this to bed? Please stop posting the meme that Bernie Sanders wants to tax you at 52%. Yes. Please stop that. And again, I get it when the idiots do it. If you do it, you are now putting yourself in the category of idiot. You can look this up. You can look all of this up.
And I got to tell you what I did. I did. This is pretty funny.
I saw that.
You saw it?
I saw the post, and I read the first two comments where you said check your messages. I was like, oh, okay, I know what he's doing. So how did it turn out?
Well,
Tell
I've had like 7 people share it so far, which is good. So yeah, I just posted. I'm giving it away, but no one's gonna care that's listed here. I just listed the stuff that was. I said, here's Trump's healthcare plan, and I listed all the stuff. He wants to get rid of the ACA. He wants to get rid of Medicare. He wants to turn everything over to private insurance. Okay, I just listed all this stuff, which is the direction they are going, and which is some of the stuff that McConnell and them have said.
Right.
They said they want to get rid of pre-existing condition clause. They said they want to get rid of the 25-year-old state. You have to have your own insurance at 18. They've said these things, but this whole deal, because the fact is that Trump has not released a plan
at all.
Trump says he won't release his plan until after he gets elected, which is another thing. So I posted all this stuff as if this is Trump's plan. Now, sadly, a lot of my liberal friends are like, I can't believe it. I'm like, hold up. They're like, and some people are like, wait, you're gonna have to. Even my liberal friends are like, you're gonna have to post some facts on this one. I can't believe this. And I said, and so the thing is that yes, my whole point for it is I want people to share it. Yeah. Because we know that a lot of the Republican people don't fucking check facts
at all.
So they might just believe it and go, he wants to get rid of Medicare. Yes, he does. Oh my God. They'll just share it like the 52% thing. But the other thing is I'm waiting for a Trump person to come on and go, that's not his plan. His plan doesn't say that. So I can go, oh, please post his plan so we can all see it.
Did no one did it?
1 or 2 people have said, I don't think that's his plan. I go, oh, well, please post it. And one guy said, look it up on the White House. I said, I did. I couldn't find it. Why don't you share it?
Nothing. I say this, dude. This is it, and again.
So the whole point, like, post this plan, and we can compare it to the other plans.
That's it. Now again, and just so you,
all I'm trying to get.
I don't know what world you guys have been used to nowadays, but if someone tells you, "Hey, man, I got a way better health plan than the one you've been dealing with from that old fucked up Obama guy. I got a way better plan." Oh, great, cool. When can we start? No. I'll tell you. As soon as you give me another 4 years.
Right.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
So you have a plan to save me now.
Right.
But you won't give us that plan unless we give you another 4 years.
Yeah. Can we at least see what the plan is?
No. I'm not going to reveal it. That's giving away too much.
This is going into a job interview. Yes, I understand you've got a job for the CEO of Coca-Cola Company. Yes, sir. I am the best candidate you'll ever have. Great. Well,
see your credentials.
Can I see your resume? After you hire me, and I need $500,000 a month to start. Okay, great. Let me see your resume. Only after you hire me and put the money in my bank, then I will show you my resume.
Yes, and this yes, I do have an offshore account. Don't mind that.
I posted today. I go, that's Trump's plan. I go basically. It's funny that he accused Obama of being Kenyan because apparently he's a Nigerian prince.
Right? This is fucking hilarious.
That's the Nigerian prince.
Isn't that, dude?
It's like saying that's like Trump might as well have said to us, everybody, we won the Nigerian lottery. I'm gonna split it with America, but first you all have to send me $10,000. And people going, well, he said he's gonna split the lottery with us. Let us send him $10,000.
Did he send you the money yet? No, but I mean, first of all, why would you doubt him?
Right, and then you know what? And I sent him $10,000, but he said that he couldn't release the money until the next term. Then I'll send him another $10,000. Then he's gonna release the money.
Like so, I got at least 10,000 coming, with 10 to 20 depending, in 4 years. Right. Okay, all right.
I just got to send him that much first up front, just to show that I'm loyal.
Yeah, because first of all, I agree. I understand it, bro. You can't have a loyal leader unless you got loyal followers.
Right.
So you need to be doing your part. First of all, do you hate America?
Right.
Why aren't you sending
Why are you giving him $10,000? You don't trust him? You don't love America? You don't trust America?
What's wrong with you fucking libs?
Yeah, you're gonna get the Nigerian fucking lottery, dude.
This is I just don't understand how. And somebody asked me this, and sometimes I go back and forth with my wife about this because it's infuriating to her to see me this infuriated. But I tell her, I'm like, she's like, why do you care about this so much? I'm like, because I just don't understand how it was this easy.
But also because death.
Yes.
Because
but
civil
again,
rights.
But here's the thing, dude. Yes, those are the basic things. But like I said, when I say it was this easy, meaning like it seems like he's not getting resistance.
He's not.
And it's like, how is...
But every time you bring up Nazi Germany, which went slower than this, People are like, oh, you're going to go there? Oh, that's such ridiculous. That's not even close to Nazi Germany. Yeah, only in the fact that it took Hitler 9 years. It's taken him 3.
Yes. And again, you got to understand. I remember they said Fox is in lockstep with this dude, and he's one of the main reasons why this is happening.
They're in goose step.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of Nazis, but so this dude has had help along the way. Don't get it twisted. He's no mastermind. He's not even a mediocre mind. So to me, there's so many things in place that have put this dude where he is. My problem at this point now is like it seems like it's getting easier for him to keep doing this shit. Like, what other world do you know what this dude?
Because they've succumbed to his method.
What method?
His method is gaslight. Say anything he's doing, accuse somebody else of doing. Certain methods that he does, whether he does them on purpose or just subconsciously, or whether someone's telling him to do it, they've already given in. It was a little resistance up front, and now they're used to that method. So now all he's got to do is go boop, 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 and they go boop, boop, boop. I go boop, boop. I mean, that's what he's doing with the Supreme Court thing. Next thing you know, you're going to start hearing people go, well, they should recuse themselves. The Supreme Court shouldn't be judging on stuff for Trump because they don't like Trump.
Now,
that's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear that.
Let's talk that theory for a second, just so we can understand what he just said. His excuse now is that the people in charge of the laws and passing judgment on the laws should not be allowed to pass judgment on laws or anything involving him if they don't personally like him. Let me tell you something. I don't think there's
exactly what they're there for, by the way.
Exactly. I don't think any president in the history of America was universally liked by the people that served under them.
No.
No one. Not one single, no one. Not, and just so you understand.
And these judges are, for the most part, are supposed to be, and the ones on the left, impartial.
Impartial.
And the ones on the left have shown that.
So and on top of this, by the way, I just want to be clear, he's doing this at the same time he got acquitted by a very partial Senate.
Right.
Everybody got that? Okay. Just want to make sure it's clear. So my point is this. If you're telling me that he's now allowed to use that as an excuse for why you cannot come after him, that is setting up for a disastrous precedent. Do you understand this? This is not something simple. And then again, let's apply this to the real world for a second. That's like if you get pulled over. The cop pulls you over. He smells weed in your car. He sees a sack of weed in the seat. There's an open container in the back. And you're like, nah. First of all, you must be anti-weed. I won't allow you to arrest me. What cop is going to go with that? What cop is going to be like, all right, you got me. God damn it. Yeah, I sent a post out saying that I didn't like weed. You're free to go, sir. That doesn't happen.
Well, that's the other thing. The only thing Ginsburg said, well, first off, Sotomayor had an article where she dissented from a ruling, which that's common. Supreme Court justices and judges have dissenting views all the time and publish those views. That's nothing new. Right. Ginsburg actually is a very fair judge, and she's actually ruled for Trump's DOJ a few times, like on things that were correct. She only said something kind of bad about his character like 4 years ago.
But not even true.
Right. Well, that's the other thing is like, so you're going to say, well, she doesn't like the crimes I do. Right. Well, yeah. I don't.
Most people don't like the crimes.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe this judge thinks that my crimes are criminal. So we can't allow this judge who believes crimes are criminal to judge against my crimes.
Do you understand, man? Now take even on another note here. The reporter that yelled at Obama, a liar. If Obama would have said, "I want you arrested now," take him out, arrest him.
Right.
Do you understand how many people would have been pissed? Wait a minute. Oh, so wait. So he can't say his opinion? Right. An American citizen can't voice his opinion about an American president.
They'd be like, where's our free speech? Free speech, free. Berkeley, stupid free speech.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chappelle can't say anything anymore. Oh, free speech.
But now you're telling me a dude is telling judges they need to recuse themselves. Again, I want to make sure in the same time where he was acquitted by people who said they were loyal to him. Because they wrote some stuff that they don't like him. Stop this. This is why I said these are the things that's aggravating to me, Ian. At this point, it's just this shit shouldn't even be a thing.
Right.
How is this?
Well, wait, why can't you be for somebody, be for the politics, be a registered to a party or whatever, and admit any fault?
Yeah.
Like, I had no problem admitting when Obama did things I didn't like. Sometimes I will admit that he didn't do them. I don't think he did them on purpose. Sometimes he had to go along and compromise.
Right.
But there were things like there were drone strikes. There were certain things that I was like critical of Obama about that I still am
Which,
critical
by
of
the
Obama
way,
about.
every Trump
Why can't they be critical about anything? Seriously, he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and they'd be like, well, come on, what's the definition of shoot?
Yeah.
But the guy didn't die immediately.
If you don't understand what is strange about that, I don't know what to tell you. The fact that they find no fault with this guy, think about how strange that is. And they can tell you they found fault with every other previous president, every one of them, even Jimmy Carter. Do you understand? He's building houses now. So I want to explain something. Yeah. There's something dangerous.
And by the way, he's literally at 96 or whatever the fuck he is.
Building houses.
Literally building houses.
Yes.
Not funding them, not coming around going, hey, move that board over there.
He's out there with a hammer. He's building houses and shit.
Granted, when he hits the nail, he
it doesn't go far. But he's trying. That's all that matters. But here's the thing. You're telling me that every other president in history you can find fault with? Even other Republican presidents?
But no.
But not this dude?
But that's what makes it a cult. It's a cult. It is a cult.
This is crazy, bro.
But again, we're reasoning with cult.
But that's
imagine standing in front of the David Koresh people while they light themselves on fire or whatever.
I wish these motherfuckers would.
This is when do they drink the Jim Jones people?
Please, come on, man. Let's go.
Yes.
Do the Jim Jones thing, man. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's take the poison.
Really show us what you about.
I
don't think you taking this cult seriously.
Right. Take your poison macaroni and cheese and let's
out of here.
Go on up to the big fucking
I've never
Rush
seen
Limbaugh in the sky or whatever the fuck.
I've never seen. I remember it to switch gears, but the same kind of mindset. We would always talk about this with comedy. Like, I'm sure there are comedians that you know that personally you don't like, but their work is undeniable, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't, I know people.
Look, there's no need to get personal.
Hilarious. Hilarious. But I know people that I know personally, I don't like them. But I've seen them perform and I'm like, that's a fucking funny joke. It's a funny fucking joke.
Right.
But personally, it's certain things like, I don't like that about the person.
Right.
But when it comes to their job, it is what it is. The fact that they don't see any fault with this guy, and it's clear that it's fault.
Right.
Tells me that this is not about him being a president. This is about him being an idol to you. This is about him being a god to you.
Right.
And that is not healthy. That's not what you want in a president. That's not how presidencies are supposed to work. That's not how democracies work. If you want that, have the motherfucker get out of office and then you guys go set up a camp somewhere and let this motherfucker fleece you there. But it should not come at the expense of this country. It shouldn't come at the expense of individuals in this country, and it damn sure shouldn't come at the expense of the climate.
Right.
This is bananas.
Lil Rob says, because the question is, are we any closer to agreeing on a Democrat to get the nomination and beating Trump? I'll take my little stab at that. And over here on my page, hey Denise, what's up? Look, I think we're definitely closer in that if Bernie wins or takes second in South Carolina, and then wins one more, there's probably a really good chance that I'm already seeing Warren supporters saying, well, she's not going to win, so I'm not going to vote for her in Super Tuesday. I'm just going to go vote for Bernie. First off, don't do that. Vote for the person you want now. Then vote for the person that wins. But don't underestimate. I mean, Warren is rising. I did a little poll on my page. I got 100-some responses, and the majority of people wanted Warren as their first or second choice. And a lot of people like Bernie. A lot of people like Biden, and there were various ones, but I got them. And again, that's my bubble. I'm probably, got a lot of people who like Warren. I like Warren. But there was a lot of Warren and Sanders as first and second choice. Vote for who you want. This is not over. We've had 3 states. Bernie's winning, but Buttigieg won one. It was almost a tie. It was close. Bernie won the other one. It was still very close. And then Bernie blew everybody out of the water in Nevada. But the delegate count isn't that far off. There are 4,000 delegates, and we've given up 150. So anyone can win. And I'll say this again about the electability thing. Every single Democrat is electable.
Yes.
Every single Democrat is better than Trump. Every single Democrat will 100% win if we turn out.
If we vote for them.
And here's the thing, I'm going to say this probably for the next 8 months, so people listening, sorry, like our empathy thing for a while there. Listen, electability is a bullshit term. What they're trying to do is get you to not vote by being scared that somebody isn't electable. Well, by not voting, you are making them unelectable. Look, if there are 100 people on this side of the fence and 80 people on this side of the fence, right? And we're deciding on what to eat, right? We talked about this last time, right? The salad or dog shit. And you're like 100 people over here like, man, I really want salad. Yeah, but is salad an electable? Is everyone going to vote for salad? Well, the choice is dog shit. So either you don't vote for salad or you eat dog shit. So here's the thing. If you're over here going, well, it's not the salad I want. It's fucking dog shit on the other side. But
I have to ask you something, though. What do you have against dog shit?
Right, exactly. But the thing is, so when they say who's going to beat Trump, anyone that you vote for. And the thing is, we are 60 to 65% of the electorate. So all you got to do is, if Bernie's the nominee, when someone says, oh, Bernie's not electable, or Warren's not electable, or Bloomberg's not electable, what you are saying, whether you mean it or not, okay, but what you are at least subconsciously saying and what you're telling everybody else is,
you're okay with this?
You're okay with not voting, or you plan on not voting. If I said to you, yeah, Biden's unelectable, that means that I plan on not voting for Biden.
Yes.
Or I think it's reasonable to not vote for Biden, because there's no way that we're winning that 35% of Trump supporters who are cult
They're
people.
done. They're a lost cause. They're already off the bridge,
And if
bro.
there is anyone out there looking at the situation going, well, I haven't decided whether I'm voting for Trump yet. I got to see who the Democrats put up. Anyone who would even think about voting for Trump doesn't think rationally enough to look at the Democrats anyway. So you're either a fucking Democrat, 65% of the country, and you're going to fucking vote, or you're a fucking Trump supporter and you're voting for Trump. That's it. All we got to do is fucking turn out. Put up a fucking rusty can of fucking tuna.
I just want to reiterate the reason why we even got this far with the impeachment. Why literally the only reason why the impeachment happened was because people voted.
Yep, 9 million more people.
That is the only
the largest
reason.
turnout in 2018, and it was a midterm. We never get turnouts on midterms, and Democrats never turn out midterm. The largest fucking turnout.
It scared the shit out of them. It scared the shit out of Trump and the administration. Why do you think they keep doing the things that they're doing?
And that's why they don't mind Russia hacking. That's why they don't mind the division.
By the way, how the fuck does it make sense that he could say, well, because the story came out that Russia was helping Trump and Sanders. And this motherfucker has the nerve to say, well, I don't believe they're helping me, but I think they're helping him.
Right.
And people buy this shit.
But here's the thing. I pointed this out to some people.
Shit when
but
I
listen,
talk about this too.
Somebody said to me the other day, I saw it many times, that somebody posted directly to me. They said, so do you think, they said, don't you think it's a big red flag that Russia is helping Bernie? Because that means that Russia thinks that Trump can easily beat Bernie. Okay, well, let's take a look at that. First off,
you voting for Bernie can help that
happen, right? Second of all, what the fuck does Russia know? I mean, we know the fucking numbers too. We can look at the fucking poll numbers, right? What that means, if anything, maybe Russia wants you to think that so that you fucking don't vote for Bernie, or maybe this is all nonsense. Just like remember the whole Biden thing? I think there was something about an impeachment. And they said they didn't want to start an investigation against Biden. Do you remember what they wanted to do? Announce an investigation against Biden.
All they needed.
So all they needed to do was announce that Russia was
because
helping
all they have
Bernie.
to do is sow a little bit of discontent and
Yes.
doubt. That's all they have to do. And again, this works. I can see this working on idiots. This is it, and honestly, I've gotten so immune to Trump idiocy, Trumpsters idiocy. I've gotten so used to that man that when I hear shit from him, I'm like, that's just them. The thing that scares me now is when I see it from other people. How do you not know this?
Right.
How do you not see that this is the shit that they're doing? And then you feel like, wait a minute, goddamn, maybe Trump supporters weren't the only ones that were stupid. No. Maybe they're not the only ones that are easily manipulated.
And here's the thing. So what if Russia does want Bernie Sanders? So if that's true and it ends up being Bernie against Trump, Which one do they want? Are you saying that Russia wants Bernie and that's why we shouldn't like Bernie because Russia wants him? So they're not going to vote. They're not going to help Trump. Now they're going to help Bernie.
So you're going to give them another 4 years of the dude that they put in the first time?
Then what? Well, then that's great, right? I mean, didn't we say we wanted Russia's help? We didn't want to do anything about it. So if they're going to help us get Bernie, great. Let us put Bernie in. Yay, Bernie! We got Bernie now. What the fuck? Why do you care?
Along with their support and our vote, he'll get in.
Yay! What's the problem? Move on.
Right? We're good, right? So we have to. So it's the people on the left is the term of getting in your own way. That's what's happening. We keep getting in our own way. Meanwhile, the people on the other side are like, "Hey, man, we cool with that motherfucker. Whatever the fuck he does, we don't give a fuck." Meanwhile, everybody on this side, you ever see? You probably didn't see it. Kingsman. There's a movie called Kingsman.
Oh yeah. I've seen part of it.
And there's a huge fight scene in a church where the dude goes in. It's actually a badass fight scene. Whoever shot that is an amazing fight scene. Where everyone's just going at it, fucking chairs.
Is it the end, right?
Yeah. It's all of this shit. He's like, God damn, that's crazy. That's where we are. That's everyone on this side. Every time, and then I want to say this to everybody because all the Bernie supporters. When I post and I clearly say my only issue with Bernie supporters are the ones that never, ever, ever talk about Republicans and only talk about Democrats. I don't have a problem with the Bernie supporters that speak out against the corruption from Republicans. You're fine with me. I only have a problem.
Right.
I have to say this every goddamn time, bro. Your boy Brett, when he came at me and I had to fucking say something to him, I'm like, dude, if you are not one of those people that
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
Right.
Stop it. And they get on with such anger, bro. You ever notice it? Like, oh, really? What the fuck, man? You're going to just talk about me like that? I said, if you're not that person,
right,
I'm not talking
and
about you.
And if you are that person, then explain yourself. Rob says, he goes, what burns me is that when I see groups with signs, Latinos for Trump.
You still see those, Rob?
Well, yeah, there are. But here's the funny thing. Go back to the last rally. I was fucking cracking up. There was the camera was right behind a group of people that said Latinos for Trump, and it was nothing but white arms.
Hilarious.
It was white arms holding the blacks for Trump.
Yeah, you see the white couple, blacks for Trump, and it was actually the picture is them up in the forefront, but in the background you see some black people looking at them like,
right.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, go look at the pictures. All the Latinos for Trump holding up at the last Nazi rally he did. They all had white arms.
So, again, I just want to be clear to you guys, and maybe this does have to be our theme for at least until we have this election, because, like I said, man, we can talk about how dumb Trump supporters are. We can talk about how dumb Trump is. We can talk about how evil they are and all of this stuff. And we will continue to do that. You will still get that. But what we also have to hammer home to people is that, we have to unite. The only way we beat them is together. That is the only way. It will not, there is not one, even if it was just been people like, well, I just like Biden. I'm only going to vote for Biden. Or I'm just going to vote for Warren. That wouldn't have happened. But if whoever gets the Democratic nomination, if all of our, it's like Voltron in this bitch. That's what we need. We need everyone to come together when we get the nomination and come and say, look, all of us need to defeat those motherfuckers.
Well, have you ever seen the movie A Bug's Life? Pixar movie?
Yes.
That the entire movie is about the little ant is getting crushed by the locust, and then they're finally like, wait, there's 1 million of us. And then they stand up to him, and it's strength in numbers, right? That's the whole fucking... Everyone go watch Pixar's A Bug Life. Like, you all are going to need to watch Pixar movies to fucking figure out life lessons.
Dude, it's so funny you said that. I was watching... what was I watching the other day? And I had to save it because I was actually going to post it. It was an old movie.
What's up, Mandisa?
It is a
Jamie?
Movie from back in the day that I said. Time Cop. Which, hey, man, just so you guys know, Time Cop actually a really good movie. Van Damme,
right?
Really good movie, man. I mean, yeah, Van Damme's acting is... His dialogue is hard sometimes because it's like...
It was all fueled by cocaine, apparently.
I know. When you find out how high it was, like, God damn, bro, even more props.
Right,
Being able to do the stunts. But there's a scene in it where the villain who's running for president is in the car with his campaign advisor, and the campaign advisor is like, well, we got to come up with some money for this for your campaign, we don't have enough money, and the candidate pushes his head into the wall and his nose is bleeding. He's like, let me tell you something. First of all, I can get the money. Don't worry about that. All right. But he says, I don't. He says certain things only certain things matter in elections. Television matters in elections. Sound familiar? Television matters in elections. Facts don't even matter in elections. Only thing that matters is money. Do you understand? Television, Fox News, and facts not mattering.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not saying that it should be that way, but I feel it's been that way. I've been saying that. You heard me say this a bunch of times. That's where Democrats, in my opinion, and my opinion's always right. No, in my opinion, I think that's where Democrats keep losing elections. Like the old joke about Democrats, we always snatch the victory from the jaws of defeat, right? Always, or snatch the defeat from the jaws of victory. I don't know did I do it backwards anyway. But we always think that, okay, look, our side, the majority of our side, let's say 75% of people on the left, we are on the left because we listen to facts, we want logic, we want empathy. We want to be fueled by empathy, but it's not emotional thinking. Right. It's logical thinking based on, okay, what is the best plan for the overall greater good of people, right?
The majority.
That's what we're thinking. So it's a lot of it's against science and this sort of stuff. But Republicans, they say things that they themselves know are false, but it sounds good, it feels good, and they just keep repeating it. Build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. Even Republicans, when you ask them, they said, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then after 6 months of hearing it, guess what they all said?
They believe it.
Build a wall, Mexico's going to pay for it.
And it still hasn't happened 3 years later.
And you ask them, and they go, oh, Mexico's paying for it.
It's coming.
So the thing is that what Democrats do is we're like, look, my tax plan, if I take 1% of 3% and this, and people go, taxes. Oh, build a wall, Mexico's going to pay for it. What we need to do, facts don't matter in an election. We are already going to look at the facts.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell us. You need to sell that 25% and then some people on the right that are paying attention to the emotional ploys. That's what you have to go out. You have to go look. Healthcare, and you're going to make money. How's that going to happen? Go on my website, healthcare, and you're going to make money.
That's right.
How's that going to go on my website, healthcare, and you're going to make money. That's it. Mexico's going to pay for your healthcare. All right. That's all we need to do. Quit with the plans and how this is going to work and all, because people don't fucking care.
Stop thinking that you're going to fight this the same way elections were fought before. That those times are done. We're never getting those back, by the way. We will never go back to a regular old-fashioned facts matter, and we're going to talk about the issues, and that's really what's going to draw people election. Those days are done. Stop it. What you have to do is go at these people. But I know two things real quick. I want to address Rob's question here in a second, but two things. The media has to stop allowing these motherfuckers to come on your networks and lie.
But
stop.
That is not going to happen.
No, I know it's not, but
I mean, the same reason they threw Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders under the bus on fucking CNN.
I know, bro, but
because it's all about ratings.
But what they don't understand is they're helping. And
I know.
Let me be clear when I say this, by the way. I am not blaming the mainstream media for all the problems of the world because we are adults.
No, and
I am not going to blame them all for that.
Mainstream media is a fucking dumb word too.
All right, I'm going to stop that. I mean, again, we should be able to discern between whatever is whatever because we got literally more fucking information.
But yes,
at our fingertips.
but they do have some fault for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
Because I've seen fucking lying ass Republicans and senators and all these people, conservatives, get on there lie. And I saw one the other day, man, and they ended the fucking interview with saying, "All right, thanks a lot, sir." Sir? What the fuck? First of all, why are you giving him the respect like he actually came on?
Yeah, no, they just need to cut your mic. Lie again, cut your mic.
Done.
You're
That's
done.
a wrap. Bye.
All right.
And guess what?
You know who does that sometimes, but not enough, is Chris Cuomo.
I am. But guess what would happen, by the way, if any of you are out there watching? Guess what would happen if you did do that? If you did cut their mic, if you did call out their bullshit and did no longer lie? Two things. One, they won't come on your show anymore and lie. They'll have to stick their lies somewhere else. Two, everyone will be talking about that. Right. Guess what? It'll be in the news. They'll be like, "Man, did you see how Chris Cuomo cut that dude's mic off?"
But here's the downside. I think there's a way they could play it both ways. The downside of that is once you start doing that, they're afraid. The real journalists are afraid of being lumped into the Fox News, where they're only showing it from one side. Now, I agree that they're lying, but the thing is that
No, that's all I'm saying.
But then, but the other side's going to be like, oh, you don't even let the other guy talk his point.
No.
Oh, but that's what they'll say.
But you give them the warrant. No, I'm not talking about saying that's a lie. Bye. It's like no. It'll be like stop for 2 seconds. I just want everybody out there. I'm gonna do the report.
They should put up a fat like.
Yes, this is how I would do it. Stop. Please stop. No. Hold on. I just want everybody to know I've already said to this person that they've been lying, and they continue to lie. I'm going to give this person another chance to continue to talk. By the way, while he's still talking, we're going to put up some information about what they just said, and it'll say whether it's true or not. Now, I'm going to tell you again, if you keep talking something that is not true, I will have to ask you to leave. After warnings. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I know it'll never happen, but it's just...
No, in that case, I think it'd be good. Now, Rob, we only got a few minutes here, but ask if do we think Bloomberg? Are we saying that Bloomberg has a good chance? I don't think Bloomberg has a good chance. Although I will find the hysteria and the illogic on the left drive me fucking nuts. Whereas I'm being told by my friends not even to vote for Elizabeth Warren because she has no path. She's number 2 in the presidential in the polling nationally, and she's number 3 in the delegates, and I've heard she has no path to victory.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, that same person will be like, Bloomberg's going to steal the election, and Bloomberg's buying everything. And he doesn't have a single delegate, and he's not polling in the top 5 anywhere. So he's stealing the election, but somebody who's 3rd place and 2nd place, depending on which poll, has no path. It's all a bunch of sensationalist bullshit. I do think that everybody has a good chance. I think Bloomberg is failing, and I think we can thank Elizabeth Warren for fucking for big ass beat down. And I hope they do it again. I know he skipped the downtown halls because he was preparing for the election or the is it tonight that there's another debate?
Is it?
There's another debate coming up, and he skipped the town hall so he could prepare for the debate. Maybe it's Thursday. But yeah, so
but he says here Chris Cuomo does it kind of sarcastic to get under the skin. I know, but here's my thing with any of those people now. They have to stop having these either. If you're gonna have them on the show,
trying to show that they're fair and balanced, though,
which is fine. Have them on the show, but let me tell. Here's the thing. All Trump supporters need to hear is a fraction of someone echoing their narrative. Right. That's all they need to hear. Chamber. They don't need to hear the rest of it. They don't need to go to research it. All they need to hear is someone say, no, let me tell you, like prime example right now what they're doing with the economy. And they say, one guy says, the economy under Obama was horrible. Horrible? It's statistically false.
Right.
The economy he took on was horrible. What he turned it into.
What they do is they average all the years, and those first 3 years that were so bad, they average those into. They did that. They did that with Trump. Here's Trump's first 3 years in office. Here's Obama's first 3 years in office. It's like no. Let's look at Obama's last 3 years. And Trump's first 3 years. That's where you have a general comparison.
So you'll have somebody on there, Kellyanne Conway or whatever, Skeletor will be on there, and they'll just be like, nope, no, I'm telling, nope, no. Just keep talking. Say something. This is what they do.
Yeah, well,
but
Obama had
do you understand? It was. I'm telling you, it was higher. It was higher. It was better. That's what they do. And what the reporter will do is they will let them keep doing it and say, okay, thank you for coming on the show, and you didn't help.
No.
So I don't know, man.
Well, let me just say this, then we gotta wrap up and get out of here. We got like 1 minute. But as far as asking about Bloomberg and splitting the vote and all that stuff, here's what I think's happening. Some people have to drop out. I think Klobuchar will probably drop out soon. I really think it's either going to be Bernie, Warren, or Buttigieg. I think Biden. We'll see what happens with Biden in South Carolina. He might win it, and that might boost him a little bit. I don't think Biden's going to win. I think he's going to fail everywhere else. Yeah, he does have the black vote from Obama, which is going to get him in a couple of states. When Super Tuesday comes, we're going to see. I think Bernie. The problem with Bernie is I don't know if he's maxed out, even at 48% or whatever. When the others drop, is that support going to go to Bernie, or is that support going to go to whoever's left? I think it's going to go to whoever's left.
I think it'll go. I honestly think it's going to go closer to Bernie and Warren. More so than
Bloomberg.
It's not going to be Bloomberg.
No, but here's the thing.
Gonna be Bloomberg.
Here's what could happen though. That would be interesting. If everybody dropped out except for Bernie and Warren, Warren would win, and here's why: because the moderates will vote for the most moderate.
Yeah.
Which it's not by much, but Warren is more moderate. But Warren still has her core progressives that are splitting. She might be 1/3 of the progressives and Bernie's 2/3. But if everybody else dropped out, they would all go to Warren, not Bernie, and she would win. If we keep one or two moderates in, then Bernie's going to win.
And dream ticket would be Sanders, Warren, either one. Either
think that'd
one
be
in
great.
the lead. And that would be, you talking about scaring the shit out of Trump and Republicans? That right there.
Yeah,
that would scare the shit out of them because they're like, how the fuck do we
And
rig
here's the
this?
thing: if I've told this before, if Bernie goes to Elizabeth Warren right now and says, "Look, you don't have a path," she loses Super Tuesday, whatever, and he goes, "You're not going to win, but look, I got a heart problem. I'm not going to make it 8 years. I'm going to bring you on as my VP. We're going to destroy everybody. We're the number 1 and number 2 right now. We're going to win this thing. Then after 3, 4, 5 years, however many years, if he gets the second term, I'm going to retire and hand it over to you.
Right.
And then you'll be the first female president. I'll be making amends by saying, look, I do believe in a female president. That was the big rift, right, they had. That, hey, I do believe in a female president. I'll be handing it over to you. I'll retire. You'll take over. And then you'll be an incumbent president. You can get another 8 years.
Right.
And then we can have 16 years of Sanders, Warren, and Warren, whoever she picks. 16 years because we'd have an incumbent female coming in that's already popular. That would be a fucking ideal situation, but I don't know that they'll do it. I don't know if they can set their egos aside enough, but I fucking hope. I don't know who else Sanders is going to pick anyway.
I can tell you
who
right
else
now.
could Sanders possibly pick?
That's my point. That's my point.
For his VP.
If these people knew, if Sanders and Warren knew exactly what was, I'm sure they know what's at stake. But
and if they did that, I would go vote for Sanders tomorrow.
Here's what I'm hoping, and I know it keeps coming back to this one thing. If they understand what's fully at stake, then they'll do the right thing and say, let's team up.
Right.
But I really hope that house money theory doesn't play a part and either one of them say, all right, well, I'll just pick somebody else because I know I can do it myself.
Right.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
Now, here's where I agree. There is no single person that is going to, if you just said a single person beating Trump just himself, just him, either one of them could beat him. Either one. So. But we're not going up against just that. We're going up against interference. We're going up against corruption. We're going up against treason. We're going up against pussies. We're going up against racism. We're going up against all of that. When I say pussies, not females, but people who are pussies. But
I thought ones that have been grabbed and taken to the White House.
So all of that.
All the pussies, we grabbed them. We've got them here.
So all of that is going to take a team effort and a coalition and a movement from both of those camps. So anyway,
let's go. We got to get out of here. We are a little bit over, but hey, subscribe to our podcast. Listen to it. Even if you watch it on Facebook, listen to it. Subscribe, like, rate it. That's how we get more viewers.
Just so you guys know, if you do not subscribe, you're actually going to get taxed at 55%.
Yeah,
I just want to throw that out there.
It's called the podcast tax. And then we'll have Stitcher. And whatever thing you can get it on, go find it, like it, rate it, please. Go
we got
do it right now.
shows coming up too. This motherfucker's gonna be
right. Oh, I'm gonna be in Santa Cruz on March 7th at DNA's Comedy Lounge. I'll be in San Diego on March 14th, and then I'll be in Austin, Texas, on the 21st of March, and then I'll be at Pachanga in April.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes.
I will be next week. Is it next week or in first week of March? I'll be at the Comedy Cellar in Vegas, and then after that, I'll be in Florida again. My first time in Florida in 3 years. Pray for me.
Mar-a-Lago, that Mar-a-Lago gig.
You can find me at comediantybarnett.com, which has links to all of the social media platforms. And you can find Ian at
IanHarrisComedian.com. Same thing, links to tickets and all that sort of stuff. Be sure to come on. If you want to give us some money, you can go to patreon.com/criticalandthinking. And if you just want to listen to us, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all those sort of things. And like us, rate us. And we'll see y'all next time.
Critical and Thinking Podcast. Ty Barnett.
Ian Harris.
Peace.
Out.